Let's get started by downloading SQL Server 2008 Release 2. The free version is called Express and will be sufficient for simple installation scenarios. Note that we'll be using the version already including Service Pack 2 to avoid updating the database server later. We are running a 32-bit version of Windows 7 and therefore need the x86 version of the database server. After the download is complete, let's start the actual installation. Run the new installation and accept the license terms, and go ahead keeping most of the default settings. But make sure to enable mixed authentication mode, as RAIS uses username and password credentials rather than integrated security to install the database during the setup. I'll fast forward the setup, and on your system this will probably take a bit longer. The database installation completed successfully, so we can take care of the web server now. In the control panel under Programs and Features, you can turn Windows features on or off. We are interested in the section Internet Information Services, Web Management Tools, where we need to ensure that under IIS 6 Management Compatibility, the feature IIS Metabase and Configuration Compatibility is enabled. Also under Worldwide Web Services, we need to have Application Development feature ASP.NET enabled. So far so good. But before we actually come to installing RAIS, I'll show you how to run an installation package with elevated privileges by downloading and executing a registry script from Symantec. We'll extract and run the script. Let's now see how the MSI installation file features the run as admin command in the context. There it is. Next we want to download the RAIS 3.2 web package from the IAEA website. And start the installation process with elevated privileges. We enter our default name SQL Server, which is /SQL Express, and provide a name for our new database along with a new pair of credentials that will define our user that accesses the database. The upload directory and the admin email can also be modified in the web.config file at a later time. We go ahead using the defaults and now create the database and the actual website. Now let's see some results by browsing to localhost/RAIS Eureka. Using the default user administrator without password reveals a first glance of the standard installation. But before we can use all of its features, we need to run the command dcom-cnfg and browse to My Computer, Distributed Transaction Coordinator, and right-click the local DTC, selecting its properties, and go to the Security tab. Here we can enable network access, remote clients, and whatnot. Finally, we've come to the installation of RWMR 3.2, which again needs to be executed with elevated privileges. Note that we decide on hiding RAIS features as we intend to only use RWMR and not both side by side. This installation process tries to make a backup of your existing RAIS database, and sometimes the notification window telling you about the backup is a bit shy, so watch out for this, as it will wait for confirmation. Great. Let's quickly check out the backup that was created in the default backup location before the installation of RWMR. This time, browsing localhost/RAIS with the same credentials shows us less of RAIS but more of RWMR.